Hi friends, welcome to ITFI. Watched Thirige, the Malayalam movie on Stream, and wanted to put this review for all. Thirige is a kind of movie that touches on a hard-hitting subject like Down syndrome but stays positive and light-hearted throughout the movie. It is a story about a young crafty man named Thoma, played by George Cora, who kidnaps his own brother Sebastian, who has Down syndrome, from his adoptive parents, played by Gopan Mangat and Shanti Krishna, in an attempt to reclaim his past. After watching this movie, I wanted to understand what it takes in reality to be born as a person with Down syndrome, and also what kind of care is needed for them to lead a healthy life. Down syndrome is a genetic disorder causing distinct facial appearance, intellectual disability, development delays, and associated with many health issues. With so much self care and aided care needed, it was astounding for me to learn about some statistics that US researchers had published. In the 1960s, the average life expectancy of someone with this syndrome was just 10 years. Yes, it is 10 years. In 2007, it was 47 years, and in current times, it has improved significantly to 60 years average. This is quite encouraging and just proves how fast the advances in medical technology is helping prolong the lifespan of people with such conditions. George Cora has worked previously as a scriptwriter for Nandugolde Naattil Oru Idavela, which was an interesting and light-hearted plus positive take on how a family dynamics get affected when someone so dear in your family has fatal health issues such as breast cancer. In the case of Thirige, it is again an extremely positive take on the subject at hand. Friends, for any movie to be relatable, I think you should have experienced similar situations in life or know about people who have faced such situations. Thirige has a plot which can happen very rarely, right? The odds of being born as an orphan brother of someone who's with Down syndrome competing with the latter's adopted parents to gain attention and love of his brother is extremely rare. This is where it is very important for the scriptwriter to still make it more relatable to the audience, and I think they have done a decent job with it. The movie starts with the scenes extremely high on emotion and accompanied by soul-stirring music. Thoma grows up in an orphanage to become a confectioner in the bakery, while Seba grows up with his adopted parents who thrive to give him the much needed care and facilities. Thoma is shown to be flirtatious, but never taking his life seriously, as he's constantly missing the company of his brother. The frustration and desperation grows to an extent that he decides to kidnap his own brother to give him an experience that he has been planning for a long time. Does he succeed in that is what follows. Throughout the movie, you can witness plenty of feel-good, light-hearted moments, and I must say the lead actor Gopi Krishnan is a rock star. He's cute, witty, and frankly has all the mannerisms required to be a hero. Friends, Down syndrome limits a person's mental and physical endurance by a large degree, and this is a tough young man who stood up to the challenge of playing the lead actor and hence deserves a lot of accolades. The familial love and bonding that he has with his adopted parents is picturized quite well. The friction that Thoma has with his brother's parents and the constant adrenal rush he gets to keep gaining love and attention from his brother makes this much more endearing watch. Another good thing about Thirige is that it hopes to see everyone treat special kids like they would a normal human being instead of alienating them or making them feel bad about their condition. There is a scene where an insensitive child friend of Cebu's mentions the name of his condition, adding that his father told him people affected by it wouldn't be able to do all the activities that others do. In another scene where Shanti Krishna mentions special child, Thomas keeps asking, why do you keep calling him a special child? While I think the movie is well packaged, there are a couple of negatives I personally observed. I think the characterization of Thoma wasn't very clear. He's so blindfolded for the love and attention of his brother that he's merely using his girlfriend to access her car and take him for a ride. And when he needed to confront her, he doesn't even try to explain or justify why he did that. Secondly, while I think the film certainly is a big step as it revolves around Sebastian, who has Down syndrome, the makers should have spent some more time explaining the technicalities of the syndrome. There is a scene where a doctor scolds Thoma for venturing out with the brother due to his vulnerabilities, but that could have been the time when they could have dug a little deeper, right, the subject of Down syndrome. Friends, as I end this video, Thirige is an honest attempt and the kind of cinema that needs to be watched and encouraged. It is a great step for Malayalam cinema or even Indian cinema to break this kind of stereotype associated with the genetic conditions such as Down syndrome. George Cora in an interview said that the big OTT platforms like Amazon and Netflix rejected it without even bothering to watch. This is unfortunately an ugly reality where these platforms are still going by star values of actors in the movies rather than content or the number of views similar movies have garnered over time. For such movies, regional OTT platforms like Stream have been a big support. If you like the video, please subscribe to this channel and also like this video. Also put your comments below about the review and what do you think about the movie. Thank you.